He began as an experiment, a child raised in human comfort but destined to lead a revolution. His journey is a heartbreaking mirror to human history, a fight for freedom that descends into a battle for survival. Caesar's evolution is one of cinema's most powerful character arcs, from a loving son to an isolated prisoner, from a reluctant leader to a vengeful warrior, and finally to a weary Moses figure leading his people to the promised land. What does it cost a primate to earn his freedom, his identity, and his soul? Get ready to witness the birth of a legend. Phase 1. The Son, the Prisoner, the Revolutionary. Rise of the Planet of the Apes, 2011. Caesar's story begins not in a jungle, but in a comfortable San Francisco home raised by the human scientist Will Rodman. This early life is crucial because it's where he gains his human empathy and his ability to communicate, symbolized by his first spoken word, no. These signs are all trying to tell us one thing, just how different Caesar is from every apes we've ever seen. From the very first moments of the series, you can feel it in every cell of your body. The pivotal turning point is his time in the ape sanctuary. Thrown out of his home and forced into a cage with other primates, Caesar experiences the ugly reality of human cruelty and confinement for the first time. He realizes he is not a son, but a possession. This trauma strips him of his human conditioning and forges his revolutionary identity. The cold environment forces him to use his advanced intellect to strategize. He steals the ALZ-113 virus, enhances his fellow apes, and orchestrates the massive prison break. The final confrontation on the Golden Gate Bridge is his baptism as a leader. When he tells Will Caesar is home, he is declaring his new, self-defined identity, rejecting the identity given to him by humans and choosing freedom for his species. He transforms from an intelligent pet into the father of a new civilization, driven by the core principle, Apes Together Strong. In reality, it was humans themselves who pushed Caesar to stop living as an object and to finally recognize his own existence. That's when he began fighting for his identity, using every bit of his intelligence and strength along the way. And when he finally reached the place where he truly belonged, for the first time he felt what it meant to have an identity of his own, an identity that transformed him into the leader of a revolution, someone who became not only his own savior, but the savior of countless others like him. Phase 2. The Father, the Peacemaker, the Judge. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, 2014. By Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Caesar is not just a leader, he is a statesman and a father. A decade has passed, and the simian flu has decimated humanity. Caesar now rules a thriving ape colony founded on community, justice, and the principle that apes do not kill apes. He genuinely seeks peace, demonstrating his human upbringing. However, the arrival of the desperate human survivors forces him to confront the difficult truth: fear and mistrust are universal. He attempts to forge a lasting truce, but his authority is undermined by the ape Koba. Koba represents the darkness Caesar left behind, the deep, unforgiving hatred born of torture and abuse by humans. The true tragedy of Dawn is Caesar's loss of innocence. He is forced to violate his own most sacred law, apes do not kill apes, when he executes Koba for treason. This moment is the beginning of his moral corruption. As he says after the execution, Koba made war. But by choosing violence to protect his people, Caesar accepts that he must sometimes break his own rules. The cost of leadership is the weight of necessary evil. This is the moment Caesar is forced to accept the darker side of leadership.
The moment he realizes that doing the right thing is not always the same thing. Sometimes breaking the very rules he created is the only right choice left. And this is the point where Caesar finally understands that to become a strong and true leader, he must sacrifice a part of his own innocence. Hey, before we look at the final tragic chapter of Caesar's life, we need your thoughts. What was the single most defining emotional moment in Caesar's journey for you? Was it his first word or his final command? Let us know in the comments section below. And if you're enjoying this deep character dive, please smash that like button. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next cinematic analysis. Your support truly gives our team hope and motivation. It's what helps us keep creating higher quality content for you. Thank you so much. We genuinely appreciate every single one of you. Let's continue with the final tragic phase. Phase 3. The Warrior, the Legend, the Redeemer. War for the Planet of the Apes, 2017, War for the Planet of the Apes completes Caesar's transformation into a mythological figure. The Colonel, a ruthless human fanatic, kills Caesar's wife and son. This act shatters Caesar's remaining human empathy and fills him with a singular focus: revenge. Throughout war, Caesar battles an internal demon he calls Bad Ape Koba. This represents his struggle against becoming the vengeful killer he executed. He has moments of extreme cruelty, almost losing his soul to the hatred embodied by Koba. The journey becomes a twisted version of Apocalypse Now, a quest for revenge that risks his own moral foundation. The ultimate redemption comes when Caesar finds his people enslaved. He must choose between his personal vendetta against the Colonel and his responsibility as a leader. He sacrifices his chance for clean revenge to save his family and his people, accepting the pain of his past without letting it define his future. His final act is leading his exhausted tribe to a safe haven, a promised land. His wounds, both physical and emotional, confirm the cost of his leadership. He dies in peace, having fulfilled his destiny, transforming from a prisoner into the founder of the new world. His transformation is complete, from a boy seeking freedom to an icon securing the future of his species. He makes one of the hardest choices, one that even many humans struggle with. Instead of holding on to the wound he's carried for so long, instead of feeding a fire of revenge that grows inside him every day, he chooses between being a father and being a leader. And he makes the right choice. He chooses to lead, to guide those who trust him with their whole hearts, to free his people, and to take them to a safe place. And that choice finally brings peace to Caesar's soul, allowing him to die in complete calm, with a heart that knows it made the right decision. Caesar's journey is a powerful, perfect character arc because it's a constant battle against human nature and ape nature. He gained his intelligence from humans, his trauma from humans, and his capacity for violence from both. His greatest tragedy is that to save his species, he had to inherit and confront the very worst parts of humanity: war, vengeance, and the burden of leadership. His famous phrase, "Apes Together Strong," is his enduring legacy. It wasn't just a rallying cry, it was the moral code he fought to uphold, even when his own heart was consumed by rage. Caesar became more human than the humans, and in doing so, he became the ultimate tragic hero, sacrificing his innocence for the freedom of his people. And that's exactly what turns Caesar into something far beyond an evolved ape. It makes him a selfless, unforgettable leader, one whose legacy will never fade. And that's it for this breakdown. Thank you once again for staying with us till the end. Tell us in the comments which character you want to see next. Until the next video, see you soon, and we love you with all our hearts. Until the next time, keep exploring the magic behind the movies. Sacho Visions.